You seen K. Michelle in Black China, bitch.
I'm trying to build this show around this girl, NeNe Leakes. Why do you want them to drop the gauge?
Because, bitch, I get married every 6 months, honey. That show shit. People want to be on reality TV, but they don't know what come with it. Are you and Candy? How are you and Candy?
We've never really meshed.
Now we finna shake. Yeah, shake some. Last nigga that left his with me, I had to break some.
I wasn't thinking that. I thought we were gonna get on the show and have a good ass time, turn up. Kim dating Big Papa, he got a whole bag.
Where
Sheree
is Big
dating
Papa?
an NFL player. I'm over here married to Greg
Who is
Lee.
Big Papa?
Girl, I can't tell you who Big Papa is, but I do see him often.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, he be out.
He doesn't live here. I see him
Not
down in Miami.
watching the show. You know, everybody always, the blogs, everybody
I want
always
to
picked
expose
up
him because I
on
like
the
him
Big
and
Papa.
his wife. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, who the fuck is a Big Papa? I always thought it was Biggie Small.
It was good back then when she was saying Big Papa. Everybody was like, who is Big Papa? Who is this baller? And he was a baller now. I got to give her that. He was a baller.
And he took care of her
But
and
you
his
know
wife.
what? You know, that was way back then. I've grown up and become the
Don't
woman
she
that I
got a
am.
Party Tardy song?
She do have a song called Don't Be Tardy for the Party.
What was that
now,
for?
Where that came from? Don't be tardy for the party. Who started that?
Christina Aguilera.
Your girl. Your Focus.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm the one that said don't be tardy for the party. And then now all of a sudden Kim's show became don't be tardy for the party. You know, whatever.
So these bitches just copying my girl, my home
No,
girl.
you know, it's just honestly me being genuine and being just cool and shit. I just wanted all of us to get a check
All
and
of
have
us
fun.
win.
Just us winning together.
Go
But knowing what I know
travel.
now, I would have went back and done things a whole lot different.
Oh my God.
I had no idea it was gonna be like that. Literally, we see each other today and almost don't have two words to say to each other.
And you changed these
It's
bitches'
almost
whole life.
awkward. It's almost awkward.
And you see what I'm saying? And you changed these
awkward.
bitches' whole lives.
I'm not gonna say that they didn't have a hand in.
But I'm just saying
they had a hand in doing whatever it is that they did. But for real, the truth is what it is. I definitely put them there, threw their name in the hat, told them they should talk to them, gave them their phone numbers, emails, addresses, whatever.
Let's
and I had no idea that we wouldn't talk again.
TV changes the TV.
It changes the relationship.
It definitely changes the relationship, but it changes the tax bracket as well.
It does.
So, what are we talking about? I can't believe these women walk past you and act like you ain't even.
Girl, I recently seen two of them at a restaurant. They didn't even say hello.
You're lying. Please tell me who it was.
Like I said, they ain't say hello.
Who was it? Because I want
They didn't say hello.
You know your friend ain't always delivered.
No, but I don't have no beef with them. Honestly, I don't have any beef now because we've not been on the show together in so many years. So I don't have any beef with them now. But many years I felt like you felt like, this is whack. Like, girl.
What you mean?
In fact, one of them interviewed and said, yeah, NeNe referred me, honey, but I had to get the job myself. It was like, no, girl, you're boring. You didn't really get the job yourself. You got the job because I told them that you were a friend of mine. Okay? It wasn't like you're not that entertaining, boo. Okay.
No, bitch, you're boring.
Yeah.
You're
You
boring.
tried it when you said that.
You're boring.
But.
And you got in where you fit in.
But that's how they do.
Yeah, that's how they do.
But that's how they do. One of the things about being in an ensemble cast, the energy, it almost like it becomes competitiveness.
Yeah.
And, if one is getting a little bit more shine than the other.
More episodes.
The competitiveness come in. And looking at it and going back in time, I wish everybody had stayed in their lane and rode the lane that was theirs. We want to come over on this side, but if we just all
I say that so much.
just rode that one little lane that was meant for you, we would have been really, really good. Because what you do have to know is the show, we need each other to make the show be able to be the hit that it is. And the reason why it was so good is because we all were very different and we all brought something different to the show.
I get that. Let me ask you a real serious question. Would you ever consider to be another castmate of Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I don't know. And the reason why I say I don't know is because I feel like that ship has sailed. And I feel like I've been there, I've done that. The group of girls that they have on now is like, wonk, wonk, wonk. Like, no. But I feel like I've just
One of the
maybe
girls
making
I
an
know is-
appearance on the show, but I feel like I'm not saying that I'm bigger. I feel like if I stepped on that platform, our eyes will be on me. And honestly, I would be taken away from all the other girls that are there because who is there? We don't really know them. So obviously, I would step on that platform and take all of their shine. And we don't want to do that.
One thing about it, that's why I love my homegirl.
Once again, I never would have thought in a million years that me and these girls would have the relationship that we have today. But the show really does that. The show really
tell
does
me.
divide,
Oh, I know.
your friendships and
I
you,
say that
and
every
you
day
just don't
about
be
Love
fr-
and Hip
And
Hop.
even though all these things have happened, when I see them, I don't really have no gut. I
Ill
don't have no ill feelings at all.
You really be
None.
want to say,
Hey girl, like catch up.
Yeah,
What
and
y'all
then,
doing
but
tonight?
when you see that energy, you just be like, oh, fuck you, bitch.
I'd be like, wow, because I be really want to kick
Me
it.
too.
Like, let's hang out, bitch. I don't really know.
It really be no
It
pressure.
ain't no problem.
Even
for me.
when it's
None.
the worst shit that done happened on
Yeah.
scene, when I see these girls in public, I be like,
Because I genuinely like them.
I
One
really-
of the things I would say is that if we weren't all cast on this show together and we met in real life, we all be real good friends.
probably still not, because them bitches, a hater, born a hater is in them. They can't help it.
You think?
It come up out of their ass every night. It comes
What
out.
I think is that we, I think they don't like to
It's
see
in them.
certain girls
It's
like
in them. So it's in
rise.
them. It's in them.
Yeah, but anyway.
Because with us, we genuinely love each other.
Yes, it is no hate for me. I really don't care. Like, it's really not that deep
like,
to me.
Like, you're NeNe Leaks. And
yeah,
it's like,
and you're Sierra Glamshop.
and it's so, and we both love it for each other.
Yes.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna big you up to the 100th degree.
Yeah,
You
same.
gonna big me up to the
Same.
100. So
Not
it
a big
don't
deal.
matter. That's
But
what we knew.
do you
that
think
we
it's
were,
like that because we came from two different worlds? Because we're on two different shows? Because
You want me to
what if we
know?
were on the show together? Would you still like me?
I feel like it would be the same. You want me to tell you what it really is? It's our hearts.
Yeah, that's true.
It's our hearts.
Because these chicks got some dark hearts,
It's our
honey.
hearts.
Ain't they dark and
It's our
nasty?
hearts.
They
nasty.
dark, honey.
And
they are
they-
nasty.
And they can't be themselves because of their insecurities around each other. But because we love you love you so much and I love me so much, when we get together, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, and I really want to see you win. I'm really
I
proud.
really wanna
Every
see
time I
you
see
win.
you saying that you've made this, you made that, I think that is so great. And I be wanting you to teach me how to do it.
Yeah, and even when you just like, see, I'm doing this and doing
Yeah.
that, I'm like, bitch, you just went to London, the whole world fell in love with you.
Yeah.
You went across seas
Yeah.
and everybody, you came back like, Sierra, oh my God, I gotta do this, and I'm like, NeNe, do it, but take me with you.
Yes.
It wasn't bitch, how you did it, I wanna do what you need to do, I need to do it, because if you doing, I could. No,
Yeah.
it was like, bitch, I'll be in your back pocket, I'll be in your motherfucking pocketbook, just take me on the
Yeah.
plane with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's our energy. And I feel like more women need to have that energy.
Yeah. I also would say on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I was saying that the cast changed a lot over the years. So after a couple of seasons,
One of the girls I know,
Deshaun wasn't there
or
after
two.
season one. And Deshaun was
Who
probably
is
the one
Deshaun?
Deshaun and Lisa, I didn't know them that much. She was only on their season one. Her husband was in the NBA at the time. His name is Eric at the time. And I didn't know Deshaun that well. I had a friend of mine told me, you guys should get this girl named Deshaun Snow because they have this fabulous home out in Alpharetta. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me refer her. But I really liked Deshaun a lot. She only did one season with us. Then I got to know Lisa Wu Hartwell. I think she only did 2 seasons or 2.5 seasons with us. But from that point on, we brought on all these other girls. Candy came on season 2. A lot of people always say, so
yeah.
Candy's an OG. And I always say, no, she's not. Candy came on season 2. She was not a season 1. She's not an OG. But she did come on season 2.
Okay.
And all the other girls
Are you and
followed.
Candy? How are you and Candy?
You know, weirdly enough, Candy and I would have to say this about our friendship, just being honest, we've never really meshed. We've always been kind of like, I don't know. I personally have always felt like it was the competitiveness in her that kind of felt some kind of way about me. But honestly, on the show, we had our back and forth, and that's fine. So today, this is really crazy. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Today, Candy and I text 2 days ago.
What?
For the first time.
And what's
Probably
so
in
crazy is that
years.
I love both of y'all. Like,
Yeah.
me and Candy never like talked on the phone or anything like that, but we always cross paths. And her business is like a couple doors down from my Glamshop, and I was like the first person on Peter Street. So I always just like looked up to Candy because I'm like, oh my God, like Candy is just this boss person.
People always would say to me, like, I wouldn't think that you and Candy would really get
I
along.
would thought that y'all was like this.
Once again, I think it's being on the show. And the show just kind of divides. And, you know, we all got to have an opinion. We all got to speak up. And in real life, we might not would have spoken up that way or had that big of an opinion. So I just think being on the show together just kind of divided us. And we never really got to have that friendship.
Show shit. People want to be on reality TV, but they don't know it
changes
a
lot of things.
It changes a lot of dynamics.
It does. But she has this business idea. And she and I kind of text a little bit about it.
Y'all should stick to it. Because I know, just knowing you and knowing bits and parts of her and how strong she is in that business part. And you too, with ideas and business, I feel like y'all will do good. Because we're better together.
We are better together than we are apart. Yeah. I agree. So, yeah.
So what's next? What we talking about? Let's get juicy.
Okay, well, what you want to talk about?
Because
I can talk about a lot of things.
Okay, let me ask you a question. All right, we talked about surgeries and procedures and all of that stuff. Love lives.
Maybe you can hook me up with somebody.
For sure, but he gonna be like a hood nigga. Because that's all I'm around right now.
I don't really know if hood guys really work for me. I always kind of I like pretty boys.
That's the problem.
I like CEOs.
That's the problem.
I like entrepreneurs.
That's cool, but he gotta
I like
have
them well-groomed.
He gonna be groomed.
They got to be groomed.
But he gonna be groomed, but he gonna know how to splinter.
I like a little hood because don't get it twisted. A lot of guys that are CEOs and in suits, they got a whole nother side to them. They definitely talk trash.
So that's what I'm saying. We're gonna do a mission with this show. Y'all gonna see a lot of us. We're gonna be in our area, like with the girl, me and my homegirl. This is our little area, but we also gonna be out in these streets too. We really need y'all to like tune in and subscribe. Because me and NeNe are really gonna take y'all to y'all gonna get the real inside of us. It's gonna be some real NeNe and Cece shit, for real. Cause y'all gonna get a little bit of a west side, a little bit of the west side of Atlanta, a little bit of Athens. Gonna take NeNe to the hood so she can pick up her baby daddy.
Please don't be no baby daddy, honey. No, baby, I want to travel the world. That's gonna be my baby.
Okay, so her.
Traveling the world,
partners, shopping,
opening up businesses,
all that, and get her black blown out because I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen with them.
Lots of sex.
Lots of sex. But you know what? I feel like that's what we got in common too. We love a good black bone. We love a good back blown out. What you think? What? Don't you like to get your back blown out? What?
You crazy, Sierra? No.
Huh? You don't like sex like that?
Really?
What? Do you like the hunch or not?
A good hunch is really good, right?
We need a good hunch. So wait, let me ask you a question. I know for me, when I got with my husband, right, I used to, my old relationships, I've been married my whole life to guys, whatever. I ain't had that many people. But when it's like when you find that special one, it opens up a whole dynamics of you, your sex life, what you like, what you don't like. And I found a new something in myself. Like I love sex. Like I like to be freaky with my person. But in previous relationships, I would have sex once or twice a month and I'd be fine with that. Once or twice a month, I'd be cool with that.
I do think it's the person.
How often, like, when you got your person, how many times a month would you say you like to have sex?
I wouldn't call it a month. Let's talk about a week.
Okay, a day. A day.
I always say, because we're business women, I think you're making a big mistake if you're not having sex every week with your partner. Now, how many times a week? That will vary because we're business people. Sometimes we're traveling. But one of the things I say to my guy,
because you can fuck on the plane at the airport.
My guy doesn't always travel with me either.
Okay, well,
so one of the things I always say
to
him is that we will have sex every week. Sometimes it may be 5, it may be 7, it may be 1, but we will have sex every week.
Sometimes one.
It depends. I may not be in the
You're not
state.
fucking your man once a week.
No, he's pretty fine. So
NeNe, I know you. Please give these people the real.
No, I am giving the real. What I'm saying
How many
is,
times have you ever had sex in a day?
What?
How many times you had sex in a day?
I don't know, Sierra. I've had
Think
a lot of
about
sex in
it.
a day. Time. A lot of sex. Is my son still in here?
Oh, I didn't hear.
Like,
Oh my God. Is he?
No,
Oh,
I think
change
he's
the
allowed.
subject.
No,
Did he leave?
She said change the subject. He's an adult himself.
He
No,
gone.
no. I'm
Is he
being
gone?
no, he's gone. No, I'm being dead ass serious when I say this. When I say that I know so many girls that don't have sex every week, and the reason why I say it
A week
varies
is
is
wild.
because
You're not gonna tell
I
me.
don't travel with
Wait,
him.
is
You
our son
travel
gone?
with him.
Is our son gone?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He
Well,
has
let
sex
me
too.
tell you something. You're not gonna tell me that you're fucking
Yeah.
once or twice or 7 times a week and you
Yeah.
look like this.
It
And
depends
you
on
able
where
to
we
drive,
are.
you able to wear them heels.
Like, okay, so on
these
this
rings,
coming,
this hair,
the
this
guy
makeup.
that that I talked to. So on Tuesday he's leaving and he'll be in Dubai for a week. So
And how many
what are we
times
doing?
will
So we're
y'all
not
have
having
sex
sex. I'm not
before?
going to be in Dubai. I'm going to be here. He's going to be in Dubai. So I will
But
wait
are
till he
you
gets
like
back.
doing video calls? Are you playing with it? What?
No, that's a lot.
No, that's the truth. It's the truth. So, like, if your nigga he out of town, he in Dubai. So, is you like, what? You is what? I wonder. I want to know. I really want to know.
I don't know. I don't think I want to say all that.
No,
but
say it, NeNe.
I don't think I
we
want to
want
say
the
all
real.
that.
We
I don't think I want to
the
say
real.
all that. What I want to say.
Oh my God. Okay, so NeNe
what I
want to
want
be
to
bougie.
say-
I say what I do when I was just
What
when I
want
went
to
to
say-
Dubai and my nigga was
What
here.
I want to say is that he's not going without. How about that? Even when he's in Dubai and I'm in Georgia, he's not going
Exactly.
without.
So y'all like you just like keeping it real sexy for him. So pictures. What? So picture. So what? You listen. You ain't looking like this for no reason. But you don't even age.
He's not going without.
Exactly. Oh, okay. I like that.
So do you think having
How
sex
often do he like his pictures and stuff?
often?
Mm.
Well, he's a businessman.
Yeah.
So he's gone often.
Do he say things like, how do he say it? He just be like, let me see that pussy. Or he be like, let me see it. Or is that thing? Or wait. Do he be like, how that thing looking? Or is it growling for me? Like, what he say?
Growling gonna
What
be.
do he say?
Growling is gonna be.
I mean, I don't
now,
know.
growling is gonna
What
be
do-
a bit much.
What do he say?
I don't think it would growl. I think it would purr.
Okay, well, purr.
But that growl is gonna be like.
Yeah, see, my nigga hood, so he might be like growling. So what he say? What do your business mean? Because we know Yenny is very like,
Don't talk about
business
him.
wise.
Don't say
Or
his
your
name.
guys, he's very. So what would your
Don't
guy
give
say?
him no more props.
Okay, what would your guy say?
I don't know. He has an accent.
He just want to see it. NeNe, you love sexy clothes. What's your favorite thing to wear when your
Nothing.
man is out of town?
Nothing.
I love that. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Nothing.
Do
Watch
you
my
own?
ring
Do you own a lot of underclothes?
Underclothes. You mean like lingerie?
No, panties.
I do have a lot of panties.
Yeah, I don't. Probably got
I
like
do.
4 good pairs.
So do you not? That's it.
That's it.
That's very minimal.
Yeah, because I don't like to wear. I don't got nothing on them.
That's a shame.
You have some on?
Absolutely.
Oh, girl, no. I don't got none. I don't even have.
I would be worried about a
Yeah.
bacteria infection or something.
Girl, what? Off of these nice clean pants?
Yes.
Girl, my cooch is so secure.
I can't.
Yeah.
Sierra,
It's secure.
no.
Look, it's secure.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
What?
So how often do you think you should have sex every week? Because you're married.
Yeah.
I'm actually dating.
Well, honestly, I would say about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Like 35 times a week. Cause 5 times out the day.
No, wait a minute. 35, like 3.5?
Like 3.5.
No, for real, Sierra. I'm not even playing. Like, for real, then I really have to catch up. Wait,
I'm
hold on.
not lying.
35.
Yeah, cause we
Zay?
have sex like 5 times
Don't
a
play
day.
with me.
Zay, come here. How many
Zay,
times we have
Zay
sex
over
a
there.
day?
Now, I know.
We have sex
She
like
lying,
5
right?
times a day.
She lying.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
So
this.
it's when you having sex 5 times a day, is this sort of like just let me feel it a little bit
No.
and let me just play
so,
with
okay,
it?
So basically, let me give y'all
is
the
he
rundown.
actually coming 5 times or he just
yes,
playing?
my man. I don't even know what the fuck that man got in his blood.
But
I
he
don't
still
even
got
wanna
some
I don't
left.
even want to say it on. Cause the baby.
No, Sierra.
Turn me
35
into a listen. Okay, so I'll give you the rundown. So when we wake up, well, first of all, around 4 o'clock in the morning we do it. All right, cool. Then
y'all just automatically wait. Is it an alarm wake up or y'all just turn over and just wake up?
He might roll over and it might be and I might do this.
And then it just turn into.
I might be like that.
Okay, then y'all do all like that.
Okay, so then that's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And then about 9,
7, okay, 9.
So about 8, when we get up and get our day started, we do a little quickie. And then, of course, getting our day started, we get in the shower and then we do it again. And
then we
then
getting in the shower. Now, how the hell gonna be carrying on?
So I usually, this morning, what I had in this little Jamaican thing. So
You
that's
put
why
the
I had
bunny
to.
on.
No, I didn't have a bunny this morning. So what's so fucked up is because I wanted to put my bunny on, but I was scared that it was gonna flatten my hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I took my Jamaican tie and I tied it around my hair and it flattened inside. So I ordered. Did my order come on Instacart, y'all? I had got a crimper.
I can't take it.
I had got a crimper because this morning it was wild.
Okay.
So then, so basically, I just did some quick, put the little thing on my head, and it kind of flattened it on one side. Mm-hmm. So then we did all the quickie in the shower this morning. So that's 3 times.
So while you in the shower, because I'm really particular about how I'm looking.
You know I'm real.
So you are in the shower with a bunny. I don't even really. Now see me in a bunny like.
Yeah.
When we're going to sleep. But I don't really want to have on a bunny or have my hair up when we're having sex. Bunnies. I really want to look right.
I hate bunnies. I hate bunnies. Mm-hmm. Zay would prefer for me to have on one because he like my hair be all over the place and he's such a Libra. He's a neat freak, so he hate hair. So he would prefer me to have but I hate bunnies. So this morning I had the little tie around me, but I just wrapped it around my hair a little bit.
But your ponytail was still out.
No.
Because I feel like the hair is a part of the whole sex, like sexy kind of thing. I feel like I don't want my hair to be like messed up.
I feel like my coochie is.
I do too, but I still feel like he got to look at me, so he want to look right.
But
I don't feel like he want me to have a head, but still, I don't feel like he want me. Now, I said I don't feel. Now, he probably don't really care. He probably like, just pull this shit up.
You know.
But I want to be like beautiful.
The Jamaican head wrap is green, it's black, it's yellow. You know,
I
the
don't
Jamaican
like none
colors.
of that.
Well, you know, for now, just pitting it up cute. I still had my earrings off, and then I'm pretty girl. I'm a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Lips popping, juicy, big fillers and shit.
So in the shower.
Yeah. So then we did it. We in the shower, and then we got out the shower.
And then you did it again.
Well, you know, I was getting ready, hair and makeup. I'm putting my hair and makeup on.
I can't handle none of that while we did it again. Like, it's like, no bad boy, I'm trying to do something.
So today was only 4 times, but no less than 4 times. Okay. Because we still got to count tonight. So when I go home, we're going to do it. So
you already know y'all going to do it.
Yes.
But what if we mad? I don't want to be mad, but what if we have
we were mad yesterday.
What if we mad? And I don't feel like, sometimes the mad sex is good, but sometimes it's like I'm mad for real. Like, don't touch me for real.
But even not a man, it just be like, fuck it, just turn over.
Really?
And I'm telling you, it's the most I ever had sex in my life. Remember, with the other 2 times a month with the most. To this day,
2 times a month
my husband,
is very little.
Let me tell you, to this day, I used to. To this day, my husband be like, ain't no fucking way you got 2 kids the way that thing
Well,
hit.
why y'all was having it 2 times a month?
With my ex?
Because you just didn't like him?
He had hips, bitch.
Bitch, not hips. How he got them? He was born with them?
I didn't even notice he had them motherfuckers until he popped out with them drawers down. I said, I can't do nothing like that. So yeah, I can't. I
can't imagine. I think I've met many men with hips. I mean,
you met him?
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't
when
know.
When you met my ex, what was he doing? Because he got so many stories about y'all.
Please tell me, what's the story?
He just, she was this and she was that.
What was
this
I?
is when we was still cool. He was trying to make it seem like y'all was talking or some shit. The one with the hips though.
Stop playing, Sierra. Now, I
I'm
know he never
telling
said
you.
it. You know, one time I confronted him on what you're just saying. No,
I'm so glad.
I met
What
your
did he
ex-
say
I
with
met
his
your
line
ex at
ass?
a bar, and he probably flirted with me a little bit here and there, but that's probably as far as it went. There was nothing.
You know mine. You always been my
There was
girl.
nothing. I seen him at the bank one day, and I want to say he was driving like, he might have been driving a Bentley, a Rolls. He was driving something.
If it was a Rolls Royce, that was mine.
Yeah, he was driving some nice car. I seen him at the bank.
Girl just straight took my shit too.
I really think that he probably had a crush
I'ma
on
get it back.
Housewives, to be honest with you.
I think so too, cause now he with old girl. That's what it always been with them housewives.
I think he had a little crush on Housewives. It's okay. Well, one of the things I would have to say too about that is, and you probably feel like I do, my relationship has been very public. Just from dating this person, I would never in a million years, I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to never have a public relationship again. I don't want people to know who I'm dating unless they just gotta know. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna be a secret, but I don't want to be, I feel like, no. Just adding his name on social media. How many people have slid in his DM and checked him out and just, he's known, you know, I just would never help a dude like that.
Let me tell you what's so
ever
crazy.
again.
My husband hated it. He didn't want me.
See, my husband was like that. He didn't care about
And I
being
used to be
known.
like, what you shaming me? What you don't want to? He hated that. He hated the attention. He like, bitch, don't at me, don't and I was just like, what you mean?
But you used to at your ex.
No, I didn't.
Well, how he get so known then?
Who?
Your ex.
He was on the show and he made himself known. Well, I did at him a few times, but he was a clout chaser for sure. Like he would take my phone and go on my Instagram and post his business and this. Like my husband wasn't there. And my phone is on my Instagram is on his phone right now.
Again. I don't want
my Instagram is on his phone right now. He would not even log into my page and post Monster Nom, his business, none of that. He just won't do it. Even now today, he be like, don't at me on that. Like he like to be low. Like
I want to date somebody that want to be low key.
He want to be low.
I really want them to be private. I don't want them to be a secret. I just want them to be private.
Yeah, he don't want to be.
And I don't want to feel like I gotta at them, and I don't want to do none of that.
I don't want no nigga asking me to at him.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
Oh, my
Posting
ex
pictures
used to
with
be
me.
asking
Don't post
me.
pictures of me. I don't want you no more. I just don't want that in my relationship. So how do you feel about you guys he is your ex, and you are remarried, but you were on a show with someone else, and you were married to him. How do you feel about him now being kind of known and out dating other public figures?
I honestly don't even think of that man.
Dating is just like, it's just really, really different for me because I don't date for long. Usually, let me tell you something about me, Sierra. I've gone from one relationship to the next. Like that's literally how I've been, and that's really because I love, and I hear
looking
people
for that special one.
I hear people say that you need to take some time out for yourself, but
I don't got time for that. I don't got time to take no time out.
Relationship. I like being with my dude.
I be on.
So, but I know my next relationship, it just can't be public. With my husband, Greg, like Greg was my biggest cheerleader. He supported me. He supported our business.
Oh, he was a Leo.
He was a Leo. August 16th, he was a Leo, and I'm a Sagittarius, so we were very compatible. And again, he was 12 and a half years older than me, and we started dating when I was really, really young. But not having Greg in my life has taught me so much. When my husband passed away, I didn't even know how to pay the utility bills. I didn't know who the yard man was. I didn't know who the pool guy was. I just didn't know those things because my husband handled those things for me. Oh. And Greg was just a big backbone, big supporter for me. And
how did y'all meet?
I met Greg 100 years ago through a mutual friend, a guy named Willie Harris. And Willie's still here in Atlanta. He here to see this. Hey, Willie. He probably be like, yeah, stop doing it. But he introduced Greg and I. And at the time, he said, my friend want to meet you, NeNe. And I said, nah, he's not my type. You know what I'm saying? He's older than me. And I said, but he got on some nice ass shoes because, I like a man with some nice shoes.
Me too.
So I was like, he got a nice ass shoe. And so on his way out, he was like, I really want to come over here and meet you. So he met me. We talked. We exchanged numbers. Now, back then, you didn't have the voicemail on your phone. You had the voicemail box that sat beside your phone, right?
Oh, yeah. So you beeped it and heard
and he would
said,
leave me messages. And I came home and instead of saying Greg call, he would say, give Big Daddy a call. Yo, G's calling. He would get himself all these names. And I was like, oh my God. My sister and I at that time were roommates. And we weren't getting along. And one night I was like, I ain't got nowhere to go. I need to get out of this house with her. Me and her not getting along. I said, dang, I'm going to have to call Big Daddy back. So I ended up calling him and I said, do you want to go out tonight? And he was like, yes. And I was like, oh, like, that is so corny. No, he didn't say yes right away.
Yeah.
And so he picked me up. He had the door open, flowers, all this stuff. And I said to myself, he's so corny. Like, I don't like this dude. We went to Benny Hunter's on Peachtree Street. That's still there across from Houston.
Oh, my God.
And when we got there, this time they were real popular. We met during the Olympics. The Olympics was in Atlanta way back in 96.
Oh, my God.
So I met him during the Olympics, and he said, we get to the restaurant, and they say...
In 96.
In 96. I met him in 96. Now, way back then, I'm in my early 20s. It was this young meeting Greg. They said the Olympics is in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta playing around. Here this older man come, and we get to the restaurant. They said it's going to be a long wait. And we were like, dang. They said, you can sit over here at the bar. So he and I sat at the bar. We talked and talked. We got to the table where they, do the little cookie thing in front of you. And I said, I don't know what to order because I've never been in a place like this before. And he was like, I'll order for you. And before I knew it, but the end of the night had came, and I said, dang. We actually had a real good day. We talked the whole time. We ate. We had fun. But in my mind, I kept thinking, he's like way older than me. Like, my parents are not going to let me date somebody this much more older than me.
Yeah.
And so fast forward, he said to me, girl, one day, you're going to be my wife. I said, that man is crazy as hell. He'll make him think I'm going to be his wife. 6 months in, we were engaged.
6 months?
Yes. A year later, we were getting married. And I was scared to take him home because he was so much more older than me. I'm like in my 20s dating somebody that's 40-something years old. And so I went to my aunt and I told her, I want to bring this guy home. And I brought him home on Thanksgiving like most people do, bringing somebody home during the holidays. So I asked, I said, can I bring him home for Thanksgiving? I want to introduce you to him. So on Thanksgiving Day, he pulled out. He was like, I'm not going. I don't want to go. Because he knew he was older than me. He was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And I said, I'm really pissed. Like, that's it. Our relationship is over. So I went on to my aunt's house. A few hours later, he came. And when he finished meeting my aunt, he brought her flowers and all that. When it was over, I asked her, I said, I know he's older than me. Like, I really like him. And I said, he's a single dad, because he was a single dad at the time. And she said, it's okay. He seemed like a really nice person. I was so happy when she told me it was okay. He seemed like a really nice person. We immediately was like, we get married. And
that was your stamp.
Yeah, we were together forever. So
let me ask you.
Being on Housewives, we've been on there since the beginning. Greg got sick, and he would always tell me that. Did he always
know he was sick or no?
He was one of those guys who never wanted to go to the doctor because he would say, I know I'm going to have cancer. He said,
for real?
He would always say he's going to have cancer.
His family got it?
His brother actually did have cancer during the same time he did. I don't really know. I just feel like that was just something always in Greg's head. His stomach would always hurt him. From the moment I knew him, he was the guy that always did a Alka-Seltzer. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. That used to be the commercial back then. Yeah. He would always drink an Alka-Seltzer. He would say, my stomach hurt, I need an Alka-Seltzer, my stomach hurt. And I would never forget. It was Cinco de Mayo. We were all hanging out in our neighborhood. Greg had a couple of drinks and he became extremely sick. He was like in pain. He actually left the restaurant and went home. And I came home later that night and I said, "Are you okay?" He was like, "I'm so sick. I'm vomiting." He was crazy sick. The next day, he didn't want to go to the doctor. And I said to him, "If you do not go to the doctor or to the hospital, I'm leaving the relationship. Like, that's it. I'm tired of you being sick. I really need you to go to the doctor." And he said, "Okay, come on, take me to the hospital." So I took him to the hospital. Greg was saying the whole time, "I know I got cancer. I know they're going to tell me I got cancer. I know." Because I just felt like maybe Greg had Googled it or something. I don't know. So we get to the hospital. They run all of these tests and tell Greg that it's something totally different. He continues to be sick. They do tons of tests and find out he has colon cancer. And when they say that he has colon cancer, he's in stage 3 of colon cancer.
Oh my God.
He
Words
beat it.
is powerful.
He ended up doing chemo. He did chemo. He did really well. Of course, he didn't lose his hair. He looked great. He kind of sailed right through it. He was cured from cancer. We went through this for about 4 years, and after that, it came back, and he did this last round of chemo, and he couldn't take it anymore. It was tough. It was tough. My mom passed away. I never felt this way.
Did she have cancer?
My mom needed a kidney. She had kidney failure. And my mom was really young when she passed away, too. My mom was 43 passing away. So that's really young, to pass. And she left all of her children. My little brother was in the 3rd grade. My sister was in 6th grade when my mom passed. But my husband, him having cancer and passing away, it was the most impactful thing that's ever happened in my life. I've never watched somebody just fade away. Like, it was, in a sense, it was a beautiful thing, but it was also just a very hard thing because Greg is a very calm person. So he was laying there like, he didn't want to take any medications. A lot of times when people are passing, they want to give you things like morphine and like all of this stuff. He wanted to just go naturally. So that was his choice. They did have morphine and stuff there if we ever felt like we needed it. But he went very natural. He was beautiful. His family was there.
So he went around a lot of people he loved.
All of our family and friends were there. One of the things
So
I
he
think
took
was
his
the
last
most hard.
breath that day?
He took his last breath. I was there in the room with him. They gave him a little bit more morphine because he was struggling, he was trying to continue to breathe. And they gave him a little bit more morphine to kind of relax him in the end because, he never wanted anything. Only the day of his passing that they gave him morphine just to relax him a little bit. But Greg was beautiful. I often think to myself, I cannot believe I'm not in my house. Like, we bought this house together. We loved this house. We decorated it. We loved our place. And I can't believe that we're not there anymore. It was very, very hard. And Greg was very loved by everybody. So his repast was crazy packed. But to watch him fade away, I think we only had one child together, and that's Brent. I don't know where he wasn't here earlier. And how it affected my child. Because what was crazy is Brent lost his dad at the same age I lost my mom. I was 21 losing my mom, and he was 21 losing his dad. So that...
Did they have conversations before?
Yeah, he did. So he talked to Brent probably a couple of days before his passing. Him and Brent had a moment by themselves, and at that time, Brent went to his room, and he didn't come out of his room for a couple of days. Once Brent finally came out of his room, I wasn't paying Brent full attention because my attention was so on Greg's health and what he was going through. We had nurses in our house around the clock, family in the house all day long. I didn't know that Brent was crumbling, kind of, because he's only been with his mom and dad his whole life. He's the only child we have together. And so Brent's health started to decline. I did not know that things affect people so differently. It was really affecting Brent to the point of Brent had a heart attack. He was sitting up here, he turned 22 years old and had a heart attack. Like, who has a heart attack at 22? Like, he had a heart attack and a stroke at the same time. Like, it was crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, dang.
It was a lot happened. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's a lot. Like, just hearing you
A
even
lot
speak
happened.
about it.
And I didn't have a lot of people here for me. I had a lot of people
I
obviously that
wish
was
we were
well, I
friends
had a lot of
then.
people at the service, like at the repast, but I don't feel like I don't feel like a lot of people
Let me ask
really.
you a question. Did all the girls that you put on to the network, Sheree and Kim and all of those girls, did they reach out around that time?
When Greg now said he had cancer, Kim sent him a gift. Marlo sent a gift. When he died, Candy sent flowers. Portia sent flowers. I think the cast together sent like something. Andy Cohen sent flowers. When he announced he had cancer, obviously people were sending us lots of gifts, lots of things. I remember Tiny, she's in Escape with Candy, DM'd me and started telling me all these holistic things that he should do and holistic
I
people that
love
he might
Tiny.
should see.
She's so
She was
sweet.
so sweet. And there were just people sending us just all kind of things, telling us about juicing, telling us about plants, and just telling us all these things. Greg decided to go holistic at first, and then after he realized the holistic wasn't really working, then he went to chemo. But it was a lot. I'll tell you a story. My son Brent, of course, he was still living at home. He turned 21 or whatever. He was like, I want to get my own place. And Greg and I met up with him at the Waldorf Astoria in Buckhead, right? At the time, no, it was Waldorf. I was gonna say it was the Mandarin, but it was Waldorf at the time. And we sat in there eating together, and Brent was saying, Mom and Dad, I want to move in this building that's across the street. And of course, he our only child. We were like, boy, you ain't going nowhere. You gonna stay at home with us? And he was like, no, I want to move out. And they're building this building right across the street, and I want to move there. And then we were like, well, dang, well, what we gonna do to 10,000 square foot house? I guess when you move out, me and Greg will move in like the Waldorf Astoria or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy thing. Greg died. I moved in the Waldorf Astoria, and Brent moved in the exact building that he spoke about. So we sat right there in the restaurant talking about what we were going to do in our future. And I ended up moving to Waldorf by myself.
Happened.
Yeah, and Brent moved in that building. My son, my boyfriend, and I at the time, and so we were out in our personal garage straightening up some things. He was helping me straighten some stuff. And he had met Brent, and him and Brent kind of hit it off. They liked each other. And he said to me, I'm on my way home. You know what? I'm going to call Brent on my way out. He called me playing on the phone. And I don't know what made me say to him. I said, why would Brent play with you on the phone like that? And he said, I don't know. But he called me, and I think him and his roommate were playing with me on the phone. And I said, that was weird. He said, but anyway, I'm getting ready to go, babe. Bye, blah, blah, blah. He walks out of the garage, and something just said to me like, why would Brent call him and play with him on the phone? So I called
somebody
Brent.
was trying to rob him?
No, I called Brent up, and I said, and he picked the phone up, and I said, Brent, and he said, he was doing like that, and I said, I don't know, something said, oh my fucking God, I don't think he's fucking playing. And I sprinted out of my garage, because remember, he moved in the building across the street. And the people at the concierge at his door, he had a stroke and a heart attack. And the reason, and we didn't know at that time, the reason.
So he was trying to tell him.
He was trying to tell. Yanni had left him there for a while.
Wow.
He may have called Yanni like an hour or so sooner.
So he was trying to tell him.
I need help. But when you have a stroke, like you're paralyzed on one side, and his stroke paralyzed the speech side.
Wow.
So he wasn't able to speak and say what was happening. So why am I saying? So he kept saying he thought it was a joke that they were playing with him on the phone. He was like, Brent called me, him and his roommate, and they're like making a joke on the phone, playing with me, but I'm gonna stop by his house and check on him anyway. And it just made
he go
me
by
feel
the
like
house?
He did. He
and
went
that's
over
when he
there.
knew
So
wrong.
when I got to Brent's building, my guy was still at the concierge desk trying to talk to the people about letting them up to the floor, right? And so I said to the lady, I just looked at her and I said, let me up to the 12th floor. She didn't, normally they would be like, you know, we need to call. She immediately just opened the door to let us, open the elevator to let us go up to the 12th floor. And once I got in there, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. And because he's so young and he was in the floor and I was like, what, my first thoughts were, did somebody give you something? Because he was in the floor and he had his phone in his hand. The reason he called
Was his friend there?
the reason why he called my boyfriend at the time was because it was the last number that he had dialed the night before. You know, he got sick. So he literally was just touching a number.
Yes,
and whoever answered,
yes.
you know,
Oh my goodness.
And so anyway, he was in the floor. He couldn't move one side of his body. You know, when you have a stroke, you can't move.
Yes.
And he couldn't speak at the time. And his roommate was there. And his roommate was another young guy. And my son's a big guy. So he couldn't get him up. He, you know, he's a big guy. So we get over there. We couldn't get him up. And I got to tell you about these ambulance services, these hospitals in Atlanta. Let me tell you. We dialed 911 because Brent is such a big guy. We couldn't get him up off the floor because he couldn't help us, right? He was just like a lot of weight. And we dialed 911 and we told them we have an emergency. Can they please come and help us, blah, blah, blah. And the people are like, okay, ma'am, we're going to send somebody right away. And we're like, okay. And we're still waiting. And you know, it's my child. So I'm like, somebody help us. Like, we need an ambulance. I call again. The ambulance people, ma'am, they're going to be on the way. They may be 30 minutes. I said, is this what they do when you dial 911 for an ambulance?
This what they do.
Is crazy to me.
Ridiculous.
So I called my primary care doctor, and I put him on speaker, and he was trying to ask Brent questions. And Brent was just slurring and slurring as he's asking the question.
Wow.
And he said to me, he said, NeNe, listen to me. I think Brent may have had a stroke. And I said, oh my God. That's the first time it dawned on me that maybe it is a stroke. I said, oh my God, I think he's had a stroke. And I said, I keep calling 911 for an ambulance and they can't help me. They won't come. He said, use yourself, NeNe. And I was like, use myself? What the hell is he talking about? He said, dial 911 and tell them who you are.
Wow.
And I said, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. So I dialed 911 and I said, oh my gosh, this is NeNe Leaks and I think my son has had a stroke. And they'll say, someone will be right there. When I tell you they came in 3 minutes, we've been waiting all this time for an ambulance and no one came. We've been trying to get him up off the floor for a long time. And that's a shame. Because everybody should get the same treatment.
They should get the same treatment.
They really should. And I said, oh my God.
I say that to my husband all the time. Sometimes it's so sad how I could say, or people could see me and they'll let me jump the line, or I get some certain type of treatment. And it's so sad that it's like that.
When I tell you they came
so
like that,
sad.
I told the lady, I said, listen to me, ma'am. This is NeNe Leaks, and I think my son has had a stroke, and we really need some help. And I've called like 3 times. And she said, somebody's coming right away. They came right away.
Wow.
Soon as they showed up, it was a woman and a man. And I thought, what the lady gonna do? This boy big as hell. He been in the flow for over an hour. What are we gonna do? When I tell you they got him up in 1 second, she looked at him and said, when I push this way, I want you to lean this way.
And she picked him up.
And they pulled him right on up and got him right to the hospital. So he went from having a heart attack and a stroke, not being able to walk or speak. He had to move into, after the hospital, he moved into the Shepherd Center. I got to get a Shepherd Center.
I love the Shepherd Center. My grandmother was there.
The Shepherd Center. Oh
love
my
the
God.
Shepherd Center, yeah.
And I'll have to share some pictures with you guys. They taught him how to walk and talk again.
Wow.
Like, it was amazing. He could not walk at all. He wasn't speaking at all. They taught him all over again how to speak and talk again. Now, his heart became very weak from having the stroke. So we're like a year in. Brent's heart is, you know, it's not getting better. It was kind of like in one place and it started getting weaker and weaker. His ejection fraction was really low and low and low and low. And then at one point he started feeling really good. They gave him heart medication. He was feeling really good. Brent, being young as he is, thought that he was cured, that he was feeling better. He stopped taking his medication. His heart just dropped so low. They came to us and they were like, listen, he's not going to make it. I was like, he's not going to what? We just lost Greg. And they like, he needs a heart. And I'm telling Brent, you need a heart. And Brent is like, there's no way possible that I'm going to let somebody cut my chest open and take my heart out. And I was like, we literally have no other choice. I said, please get on the heart transplant list.
He was having shortage of breath or something?
Really bad. He had a lot of fluid that was getting around his heart. Anyway, we get on the transplant list. I just said to him, Brent, get on the I encourage him to do it. Get on the transplant list. Now, if a heart comes, you don't have to take it if you don't want to, but you need a heart, right? We get on the transplant list. Brent gets a heart. Quick. We were in awe. He got a heart quick, and as you guys have seen, Brent is walking through here somewhere with a whole. The heart came from Texas. A team from Piedmont Hospital flew to get the heart for Brent.
I love Piedmont.
Yeah, Piedmont got the heart for us. Flew the heart back here. Obviously, it was somebody around his age, a younger guy. He was a little older than Brent because Brent is now 25, and so
I was like 29.
He's 25, and I think the guy that passed away, I think he might have been 30. Yeah, because Brent is 25 now. And so Brent had a heart transplant in July of this year.
And he's doing
and he
so
is walking,
good.
talking.
He's walking, talking.
He has a family that gave us their son's heart. And so he has a healthy heart.
I love that, Brent.
Yeah, at 25, and now he's living the life of a 25-year-old with a healthy heart.
He was just walking. He was like, Mom,
walking and talking, doing way too much.
Yeah.
When I say doing too much,
but that's how God to do.
It was amazing.
That's how God
I was
to do.
amazed. I don't think I ate for probably a month and a half. I did not eat. I was sick as hell. I could not believe when they took Brent down to have the heart transplant.
And you were so quiet about it too.
I didn't want to tell a lot of people because
we were be together.
Yeah,
or go
we would
out,
talk. I never really talked to people about it.
So you, sometimes you would say, "I'm at the hospital with Brent."
Yeah, people didn't know how serious it was.
No, because you were very quiet about it.
It was,
I love that though.
I had a moment in me where I wanted to share with people, but then I was like, this is going to be hard. Then I kept thinking about my son and how young he is. Like, this started when he was 22. Like, we were getting all kind of questions like, where did it come from? Did he take the COVID vaccine? Did he have HIV? Did he get sick with some kind of virus? And we took every test it was, and it was very hard for him because he was so young. And the one thing they did say to us is that he could have possibly caught COVID, and there was a strand of COVID that was affecting like a lot of younger generations. It could have possibly happened, but he didn't get the vaccine. I got the vaccine. He didn't get the vaccine. So I don't know if he got COVID. He thinks that he's never had COVID, but there are many people that have had COVID and didn't know that they had COVID. I can tell you during COVID, he was never at home, so he was always outside somewhere. So I don't know if that happened to him, but he's always had a healthy heart all of his life. And one day he woke up and had a bad heart. And I don't know if he caught COVID or what. They ran him for drugs, for HIV, for any and everything, and he kept coming back negative for everything. And imagine the day that they called us and said, oh my God, you guys, we have a heart. Because Brent was in the hospital.
Wow.
And Brent sat right there in the hospital. He was like, I don't want it. I was like, you ain't gonna make it. You gotta get the heart. And I was like, oh my God, he's gotta get a heart. What are we gonna do? I had to convince him to do it. So he had a full panic attack. He's never had a panic attack before. Had a panic attack, and they literally were like, we have to take him right now because they're flying the heart here. That was so hard for us, though. That was so hard. So I have lots of pictures I love to share with you guys.
We would love to see that. Please.
A nice long cut all the way down.
So they have to keep the heart like fresh at a certain amount of time. They had to put it in him.
They took it out. The weirdest thing is they'd already identified the person. He was passing. So he must have been in the hospital or something. He was passing. And so they told us a few days in advance, he's passing. He hasn't passed yet, but we've identified the heart. He's a donor, and it's a match for Brent. And so once he passed, they were able to get the heart out and get it to us. And then we got the heart. And this is very interesting. When the heart landed, they'd already had Brent in OR. And they'd already put Brent under a little bit because he was panicking, right? And they said, Miss Leaks, we just want to let you know the heart has landed. Once the heart lands, we're going to now start opening up Brent. It was a whole process. It was like, it was heavy.
For real.
Oh my God. So now
And
they were giving us every
knew-
step of the way. They said Brent is now open. The heart is on its way to the hospital. Once they said the heart has landed
It's
in
like
the
I
hospital,
feel like
it was
I
crazy.
knew when it was going on, but I didn't speak of it because you didn't speak of it.
It was so hard. My God, me and my girlfriend during this time, Brent was in surgery.
Is that the dark-skinned young lady that you
No,
be
Michelle,
with?
a light skin. We were in the hospital for, he was in surgery for many hours. I don't know, it might have been 15 hours. It was a long surgery. And we decided to go to Houston, like we need to get something to eat. We ordered food and just sat there and looked at the food. We were like, we can't eat. We sat in the parking lot all day. Finally, they said, Brent is out of surgery. You guys can see him now. They freaked me out. When you come out of surgery, they put you on a ventilator. So I was like, a ventilator? Because, you know, all I'm thinking about is COVID and people being on a ventilator. What the hell is a ventilator? And they said, he's looking good. He's doing fine. Crazy thing, when you have a heart transplant, people don't know. 24 hours after the heart transplant, you come off of the ventilator. Day 2, you have to start getting up and walking. They don't play no games. You had a heart transplant, it's time to get up and walk. Let's get this heart going and moving in your body. 30 days later, you at home. He was back home, walking around with a whole new heart. This shit is crazy to me. It was crazy. It was heavy.
For real?
Oh, it was heavy. It was a lot. But we've gotten through it so far, and I hope we don't have to go back down that road.
You'll never have to. Never.
So it hasn't been a year yet. This is just July, and it's November. So he just got the heart in July, and it is November.
Everything is gonna be perfect. I remember the whole process. I remember calling you some days, like, what you doing? Like, I'm in the hospital. I'll call you back. And it's like, I felt like I knew something was going on.
I was at the hospital 24/7.
Every time I call you, remember when I called you with that situation with Sheree and my ex?
Yeah.
You were at the hospital.
That was at the hospital.
You was at the hospital, but you did not want to give detail. You did not want to say what was going on.
I didn't want to get press involved and shock Brent a lot because he was already dealing with a lot. His dad had passed.
You were like, I'm going to call you
he
back.
He needed a heart. It was a lot.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
It was a lot.
But I figured it was something.
It was serious.
When he posted me and my fiance on his page.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Remember I called you?
Yeah, it was a lot. Yep. But we've gotten through it. And
well, he's my husband now.
Yeah,
and then Brent is fine. And God is good.
God is good. Really good. Because, you know, all I want to do is see him win. And have a young life, being 25 now. Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah,
Brent is healed. He is healed.
I hope we continue to.
No, it is. It's gonna be. Is it Brent?
God is good. Yeah.
Was that him coming in? Oh, Brent said I'm out.
Brent likes to hang out.
This was good. I feel like we got so much stuff. We taking everybody to our plastic surgeon.
Yeah, well, I've used different ones for different things. So I have an esthetician. Yeah. I like to go to her for skincare. Yeah. And
what's her name?
Melissa. The name of her spa is Timeless Aesthetics. And I'm okay with saying that because I do a lot of promo stuff for her.
Okay.
All of my treatments, promo. So I like to go to her to get my she's
maybe
really good. She has 3 locations.
Maybe she could be the one to say what all I've had done.
Well, she's an esthetician, not a surgeon.
Okay.
So what she does is she give a lot of shots, like give fillers or microdermabrasions and chemical peels, things like that. So I go to her for those kind of things. I got my boobs done so many years ago. I went to Dr. Whiteman. He's out in Duluth. That's been, 13, 15 years ago.
You love your breasts?
I've used Dr. Oak. I just love my breasts a lot. Like my breasts look very real. I really like them. That's why I'm afraid to get them done over. They say after so many years you need to replace your implants, and I'm afraid to do that because I want to still look good. And I've used Dr. Okoro, did my liposuction on my stomach. I've never had my ass done, but keep watching. It won't be overdone. I just want a little projection.
While you getting your ass done, I'm gonna be getting my ass out.
no. And I will do a few other things. You know, I think it's important to do a lot of tweaking and things like that so that
As
you can
you
look good.
grow
As
and you
grow
progress
older.
and you
And
become more
it's
mature.
a lot more to the surgery that look, because there's plenty of people that's had surgery and they still don't look that good.
Yeah.
You have to have the right makeup, the right hair, the right styling, you know, all of those things.
It's so deep. So I just want you guys to know that it's going to be a long ride of adventurous stuff with me and my homegirl, NeNe.
Yes.
Famous NeNe Lee. So y'all got to tune in, subscribe, click the channel to be a part, because we're going to do a lot of, you know, on the couch moments. But for the most part, we're going to be taking y'all out into the field with us.
Yeah, we will. And we'll do interviews. We'll cook. We'll have drinks. We'll do a lot of stuff. I felt it was really important that we start our first episode just letting people get to know us and the things that we've been through
And
over
get
the
to know
years.
That we really homegirls.
Yeah, right. So people really get to see who we are now.
When we together, we never post pictures.
Yeah, we never post. I don't even think me and Sierra really had that many pictures together.
No.
We really don't.
We just be having so much fun.
Yeah.
That's how you know when it's your real homegirl.
Yeah. I can't wait to, I love that your partner, your husband is here. I can't wait to have a supportive male figure in my life.
Where he at?
Because, I don't know, not you rolling on the couch. Now, you're going to leave our couch alone now. Yeah, I can't wait to find, you know, the one that's supporting me and making me feel that way.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that.
I feel like it's a roller coaster with NeNe, so we'll see.
No, we don't have that.
We'll see what's the ending.
We don't have that because I could say a lot about them, but I'm just not going to do it today. I'll do it later.
But I know you really love and romance.
I do. I do really love love.
Yeah. Let's just see. Stay tuned. Y'all got to stay tuned to see what's really going to happen with me and my homegirl. Is NeNe going to stay with her person?
I'm not.
Or she's going to go out and find love elsewhere? It may be London. It may be Paris. It may be fucking Europe. Europe is Paris.
Yes.
I don't fucking know.
Paris is
Maybe
French.
it's going to, okay, France. Maybe it's going to be, we don't know. Let's just
London.
stay tuned.
Yeah, it's Europe. So, say it again.
When bougie meets, what do we call this?
When bougie meet bougie ghetto.
When bougie meets bougie ghetto. So we're gonna open up a lot of more sex conversation, more girl conversations, more worldly conversation about what's going on the media, what's not going on. Y'all can get the inside scoop on us. Y'all know you see me a lot on Love and Hip Hop. So if y'all want to dig a little deeper, okay, what really happens here? Y'all will get the information here. Y'all see NeNe making a blog. She do a lot with the fashion blogs, Fashion Bomb Daily, all type of stuff. Fucking Shade Room. Y'all want to know more information? It's right here on me and my homegirls, because we're not leaving nothing out. We're going to dig into that too.
Yeah.
And we want to get into behind the gram, behind the glam, behind the gram. Because what we do know is that Instagram is a facade. And it's a lot of stuff that you guys don't know that we know, that people are not keeping it real with y'all about. And we going to do that. So I want to do like a segment with telling you like, okay, this is what is showing that's happening, and then this is what's really happening.
Right.
I feel like we should break it down to them.
Absolutely. I actually love Instagram. Do you love Instagram?
I love it. And TikTok. I'm a TikTok.
Yeah, I'm learning TikTok. I don't know it as much. I've always had an account, but I never really used it.
I'm going to get you up on it.
Yeah, I really want to get into TikTok a little bit more.
I want them to see me help you.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to really get into it.
I think they can, and I think we can do that.
We want to know one thing about you, though. Like, how the do you look so young for your age? Like, what the?
You know, I'm gonna be bringing you guys into some.
Can I, like, touch your face?
Yes. Why wouldn't you touch my face, girl?
So, like,
yes.
How is so tight like that?
Well, I think it is.
Next episode.
Now we finna shake. Yeah, shake some. Last nigga that left it with me, I had to break some. It's too much money to be on hating. It's gon' make some. You be trying to. I'm getting away from bottles on feet, double C, I'm trying to mix some 30-inch wig, AP wrist, I'm pissed, huh? I just might go paddock on them, I just went G-Wagon on them, Maybach truck, two-tone, I'm trapping off for 2 phones.